In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to teach your dog to lay down. We have Callie here. She's a 7-month-old sit. So I've got her breakfast here. I'll be using that as her reward. She's working for her breakfast, so she's going to be very motivated by it. So I'm just going to kind of get her standing up, gentle leash pressure upwards, and light pressure on her at the base of her tail. Good girl. And once she sits, I'll say good and reward her with her food. Good girl. Initially, you might meet a little bit of resistance from your dog. That's perfectly normal, but just keep holding the leash pressure upwards rather than releasing it. Sit. Leash pressure up. Good. Yes. In this beginning phase, you're just going to be working on getting your dog to sit down. Later down the road, you'll be working on having them sit while you walk around. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit. We've already had a little bit of work with her. So I've got the leash with just enough length that if she did happen to stand up, I would be able to guide her back into position. So I'm going to hold that, take one step around, and if she starts to stand up, I'm just going to guide her back into a seated position and reward her for holding position. Good girl. Nope. So I just say nope and sit. Good girl. Couple steps around. Good. You'll notice I'm not talking to her a whole lot. I'm making sure that the words that I'm using count. So I'm saying sit, I'll be saying free, and rewarding her with food as well. That's her release word, which means that she can get up. Let's go, just means she needs to walk with me. Girl. Sit. Good. Let's go. Good. Sit. Good. Nope. So you can see that time I did need to guide her. We've had a little bit of work, maybe one session of this so far, so she's a little bit further along. But remember that going slower is really the best way to go. If you need to go slow, if your dog can only handle one step around, then that's totally fine. Good girl. And down the road, you can practice dropping the leash, walking away. And go by the body language of your dog. If they keep popping up, practice just having them stay seated and holding that position. Another common thing is that when owners go to pick up the leash, the dog stands up, so you'll want to desensitize them to that. You'll see that time she actually just did. So I'm going to drop the leash, I'm going to pick it up again, and see if my guidance of her was enough to make her understand that she needs to stay seated. Good girl. And I'll reward her, this time with some petting. Good girl. Free. Yes, good girl. And I'm using food when I use the word free so that she's a little bit more motivated and makes that connection more quickly. Having your dog sit will also come into play when you start teaching them to come when called. So you'll have them come, sit in front of you, and sit. Good. Nope. Sit. Good. Nope. Good. So again, just to recap, free. The steps are just to get your dog walking around. It helps to have them by your side. Leash pressure upwards and pressure at the base of their tail. Sit. Good. to be doing most of the work. Initially, you might need to use some leash pressure, but once you start to feel them sitting down, hold your hand there rather than pushing their butt all the way to the ground. Good girl. So again, you're going to stand next to them for just a little bit, get them accustomed to staying seated. Once they're doing well with that, you can take a step out in front of them and see if they stay seated. Right now, it's all about gentle leash pressure, gentle guidance. The words are sit, nope, free, and that's it for right now for this command, and good. You can work up to larger circles around, and always make sure to reward when you do something that's a little bit more difficult than you did before. Good girl. I know you're slipping there. Free. Yes. Good girl. Hope that helps, and let us know if you have any questions.